This is a devotional on Hebrews chapter 2, verses 5 through 18. It goes like this. Now God did not subject the coming world about which we are speaking to angels, but someone has testified somewhere. What are human beings that you are mindful of them, or mortals that you care for them? You have made them a little while lower than angels. You have crowned them with glory and honor, subjecting all things under their feet. Now, in subjecting all things to them, God left nothing outside their control. As it is, we do not yet see everything in subjugation to them, but we do see Jesus, who for a little while was made lower than the angels, now crowned with glory and honor because of his suffering death, so that by the grace of God he might taste death for everyone. It was fitting that God, for whom and through all things exist, and bringing many children to glory, should make the prisoner of their salvation perfect through sufferings. For the one who sanctifies, and those who are sanctified all have one Father. For this reason Jesus is not ashamed to call them brothers and sisters, saying, I will proclaim your name to my brothers and sisters. In the midst of the congregation I will praise you. And again I will put my trust in him. And again, here am I, the children of whom God has given me. Since therefore the children share flesh and blood, he himself likewise shared the same things, so that through death he might destroy the one who has the power of death, that is the devil, and free those who all their lives were held in slavery by the fear of death. For it is clear that he did not come to help the angels, but the descendants of Abraham. Therefore, he had to become like his brothers and sisters in every respect, so that he might be merciful and faithful high priest in the service of God, to make a sacrifice of atonement for sins of the people. Because he himself was tested by what he suffered, he is able to help those who are being tested. Perhaps one of the most controversial lines in the Apostle Creed is where it says, he descended into hell. People have pointed out that Christ's descent into hell isn't explicitly mentioned in Scripture. They have also pointed out Jesus' claim on the cross that the thief will be with me in paradise, quote. For Christmas, we gifted a book on the Apostles' Creed to our kids. I love the part on Christ's descent into hell, which goes like this. Where will I go when I die? Where do all the dead go? Wherever it is, Jesus went there too. He went down as far as we had fallen. He took death's keys to free the captives. He overcame death with his life. He took Adam and Eve, our first parents, by the hand and made them his sister and brother. When I die, Jesus meets me there and takes me by the hand. He is God's Son, my brother. Is there anything stronger than death? Yes, Jesus, that's what I believe. I can't think of a more perfect way to summarize this passage in Hebrews. Here, the author of Hebrews is continuing his comparison between Christ and the angels. Hebrews quotes Psalm 8, which says, You made them, humans, a little lower than the angels. Yet, the psalm continues, You crowned them with glory and honor and put everything under their feet. Jesus himself condescended into the human situation, making himself lower than the angels. He became human so much so that he even experienced the very thing that separates us from God, death. There's a famous line from the church father Gregory of Nazianzus, where he says, "That which is not assumed cannot be healed." This means that God had to take on flesh, all of flesh, and he had to take on death, all of death, in order for our humanity to be healed and restored. In this way, as Hebrew mentions, that Christ can call us his brothers and sisters. He can do this because Christ experienced the hell that death brings. Christ can call us his brothers and sisters because he is acquainted with the human experience and the suffering it entails. This is a truth that sets us free. There is no need to try to climb the ladder of perfection or to try to be enough. Rather, God has already chosen to descend into the pits of hell for you. There is no need to do more and more because God has already done it for you. Take rest because God has made this journey into hell for you. I hope you find these words comforting.